One of the most influential musicians of the past 50 years, Kurt Cobain was truly loved by all of his fans, and his memory will live on forever through his music. However, the darker side to Kurt Cobain's life, the heroin use, the suicide, is what he will truly be remembered for. This is unfortunate as he is a legend in the music industry, but the 27 Club member had controversy surrounding him from the second he died, with conspiracy theories running wild about whether he committed suicide or whether he was murdered. But this video is going to look at Kurt Cobain's life, discussing the highs and the lows. So this is the story of Kurt Cobain, if we were being honest. A cat lover, a heroin user, a songwriter, and a rule breaker. So much can be said about Kurt Cobain, but unfortunately what we remember most is his suicide. In Kurt Cobain's suicide note, he stated how it is better to burn out than to fade away, in reference to his music. But would Nirvana have faded out? In one of their now most notorious performances, MTV Unplugged, Nirvana seemed strong, straying away from the rock grunge roots to a smoother acoustic sound was something which proved to be incredible, but it didn't take away from what had already been. Nirvana released 3 albums in the short space of time they were about, releasing incredible songs such as Smells Like Teen Spirit, Where Did You Sleep Last Night, and Polly. They were a revelation on the music scene, and with that came a lot of fame. But Kurt was never a man who relished the fame. He was incredibly self-conscious of his weight and his appearance, stating how he never felt attractive in his photos. Furthermore, Kurt was a man who held principles arguably before his time, and with the fame, this was a great problem for him. He didn't want people who opposed his opinions, such as being LGBT positive, to come to Nirvana gigs, but unfortunately he couldn't do anything about this. He also didn't want to be seen as a sellout, as money was never something which really crossed his mind. Kurt Cobain was a musician who just wanted to do what he loved, write and play music. He loved his fans, but he felt like he was put on a pedestal. He didn't want to feel like his behaviours, drinking and doing drugs, was going to inspire children, and this was a constant issue for Kurt, especially as his addictions began. Kurt didn't want kids to think it was cool to do these things, such as heroin, but he couldn't kick it himself. What originally started out as a painkiller turned into a necessity. In a relationship with Courtney Love, Kurt and her began doing drugs together constantly, playing his guitar and painting. This spiralled Kurt's mental health downwards quickly, and despite a short stint in rehab, eventually led to his suicide. 5th of April 1994 is when the world lost a true talent at such a young age. But if we were being honest about Kurt Cobain, we should try to remove the conspiracies away from this and enjoy what he did for the world. Provide beautiful music.